Okay, I think I know what I did. I don't think I had my microphone on this entire time. Well, we can start over again, guys. Let me see if King Fred, can you hear me now? I should be able to work now. I think I had my microphone input on the wrong. There we go. Okay, all right, sweet. So let's start over. Sorry for the technical difficulties. But anyway, guys, the breaking news was Jauan Jennings and the 49ers agreed to a contract $3 million in playtime incentives. The wide receiver's contract is per his agent Drew and Jason Rosenhaus. Now, instead of earning $7.5 million a season, Jennings can earn up to $10 million, $10.5 million. So that's great news on both sides for the 49ers and Jennings. Um, Jennings is happy now. He makes a couple extra bucks there, and the 49ers can give Jennings some feel good money, not leaving him completely empty handed there. And $10.5 million in $3 million in incentives is a great thing. I think that's kind of what needed to happen. And I think I talked about it a couple weeks ago, when Jennings was still sitting out. It's like he's not worth $20 million as a receiver, wide receiver three. He had his best season that he had last season, because he had to be that wide receiver one, but the 49ers don't need that anymore from Jennings. And so he's a valuable wide receiver three. So I'm just glad that Jennings didn't have to sit out the entire camp just for nothing. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments here about Jennings. You guys think this is a good deal for the Niners and Jennings? He didn't have to sit out just to get nothing because he came back on Monday. He saw that Kendrick Bourne was visiting the 49ers, said, "Oh crap, I got to get my gear going now." And so he did that. And he was back at practice and his calf was almost miraculously healed. Surprisingly, he was limited today in practice. But as I was saying earlier before my mic was muted and everything, Shanahan talked about it in his press conference today, saying that the 49ers are expressing interest in Jennings being here, for the long term. He also said that about Colton McKivitz. Will it happen? We're not for sure what's going to happen, because if Jennings does want this type of money, like the $20 million he says, this incentives will get him through the season. And if he balls out, he can prove it. Hopefully that proves it to another team that he is worth that much money, for Jennings there and everything. And I also talked about a little bit today, just the fact that now Jauan Jennings is back on the field. Is he most likely he basically missed, the entire training camp, the entire preseason. So will he be ready to go for the Seahawks on Sunday? And he's definitely going to be out there for sure. As long as his calf holds up, and he was limited today in practice, but I'm sure Shannon, I think, just said it was kind of precautionary stuff. But just having him out there now with Ricky Pearsall, and then you got guys like Kittle and Christian McCaffrey, who obviously are going to be utilized a lot in the offense. We don't have to necessarily rely heavily on Jauan Jennings in the first game of the season, especially since he is coming from basically no practices in the offseason. So we don't have to worry about him taking that chunk of a load. But at the same time, having Jauan Jennings out there kind of relieves me a little bit, knowing that we don't have to try to rely on Marquez Valdez Scantling out there, Sky Moore out there, who probably just be um, returning punts a little bit. But then, as well as if the 49ers do activate Russell Gage on Sunday, which Shanahan said that the 49ers plan on doing. So all in all, breaking news for this Wednesday night that just happened. If you guys are just joining now, the 49ers and Jauan Jennings agreed to a deal that will add $3 million in playtime incentives. And I think this was kind of the deal that had to have been done this whole time. I'm happy Jennings gets his money. If you guys want to watch a week one preview of the 49ers and Seahawks, I was joined today by Mark Adams from the 49ers Camelot on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Be sure to go check that out on my YouTube here, First and 49ers. And then also, if you guys are still here, be sure to go check out my 49ers hype video 2025. If you guys want to get extremely hyped, basically, it's pretty legendary. So I do recommend go watching it before Sunday. You guys can watch it here on my Instagram, but I really do appreciate it if you guys do go to my YouTube as well. Subscribe there, leave a like and comment, and watch that video there, because I am trying to we're on the road to 500 subscribers there on YouTube, guys. Thank you guys all for joining in here. I appreciate it. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to end it there, just talking about the 49ers and Jauan Jennings contract. If you guys could put it in the chat if you guys want anything you have to say about the 49ers and Sunday. What's up, Simpson Digital Media? Appreciate you joining here. We'll just leave this open for a couple minutes if anybody has anything to say on here about Sunday. I'm predicting the 49ers to win 27-24, and I'll make another video about it again, but I talked about it with Mark Adams today, and I think the 49ers are going to win in crazy fashion. Um, I got the 49ers winning 27-24, and it's going to be happening. Me and Mark Adams both said it almost at the same time, which is hilarious, with a Jake Moody walk-off field goal. And I think it just adds to the Jake Moody story of course, of course, Jake Moody at the beginning of the season, if he does end up making like a kick to win the game, and then next week Mark Adams was saying it's all of a sudden Jake Moody loses the game for us, like misses 3 kicks or something like that. It's just the whole Jake Moody saga. But yeah, that's kind of what I went over with Mark Adams there. Who's going to be starting? You got Brock Purdy out there. Jauan Jennings now is going to be out there for sure. Ricky Pearsall is definitely going to be your wide receiver one. And the 49ers as well brought up Marquez Valdez-Scantling today. And then, of course, Christian McCaffrey, you guys want to talk about a little bit. Christian McCaffrey and Brian Robinson, that's going to be a great 1-2 punch against the Seahawks defense. And Mark was talking about it today, how this defense for the Seahawks is really, really built well in the middle. Their defensive tackles. So if the 49ers are able to kind of stretch the field out, get McCaffrey out on the edges and everything, it would be a huge advantage for the Niners, and just one of the ways how they can win. But if we talk about like the game plan for the Niners, it really comes down to, this is the whole Shanahan offense, just run the ball, and then sprinkle in a little George Kittle out there, sprinkle in some play action. And I think I really have the 49ers beating the Seahawks, especially now. If you guys looked at the injury reports coming out the past couple of days, everyone's getting healthy now. We got Alfred Collins back, CJ West back, Michael Williams back, and now we got Jauan Jennings back out here. And McCaffrey, yeah, I'm just super excited that McCaffrey's back out on the field. I've been waiting for this. I'm waiting for a healthy McCaffrey to be. I've been waiting for this healthy McCaffrey since the 2023 season. Just because he had just such a bad 24 campaign with so many injuries. His calf, double tendonitis in both calves. Just absolutely heartbreaking. But seeing McCaffrey out there on Sunday, I'm excited. It's going to be tough. The Seahawks are playing. Niners are playing them in Seattle, but I do have the 49ers beating them 27-24 with the Jake Moody walk-off. And once again, if you guys are just joining, be sure to go on First and 49ers on YouTube. Go watch the latest episode I just did today with Mark Adams from 49ers Camelot. We talked all about the Seahawks, all about Sam Darnold, the 49ers revamped defense with Robert Saleh. And once again, guys, I think I'm just going to end it here. Just talking about what's up, Forever Cornhusker and Wolf. How you doing? Glad to see you out here. But yeah, I'm going to end it here, guys. Thanks for joining. I'm going to be trying to go live a lot more this season. Have a lot more guests on the 49ers, my 49ers podcast as well. I just want to get on here and break the Jauan Jennings news. Sorry that I didn't realize my microphone was not in the right input at first, but we got it going. I appreciate King Fred, I think, for telling me that you couldn't hear me before. So thank you guys, and have a good night. Talk to you guys soon.